Greeting, Commander. It's good to have you back. Welcome to another breakdown video. Today we're tackling Jegan. Jegan is a B-class air commander. You get him early on, and most people overlook him because he just doesn't have any really standout amazing skills. But he does have a couple of really cool skills, and if they're really high leveled up, they actually are pretty good. But in the current meta, he really doesn't fit in because it's a little bit like a too little, too late kind of commander. Like, once he gets rolling, he's good, but not as good as Rogers. And that's how you play Jegan, a little bit of a defensive commander. He does need a little offense, so mixing his items up with offense and defense is not a bad idea. I currently have some miscellaneous Rogers gear on him, but let's talk about his flavor text first. It says, "You're right. The heroes you and Jegan saw in comics when you were little kids are the same. Strong, fast, and mysterious. He's an unpredictable friend and difficult to defeat in combat. He's difficult to defeat in combat for a couple reasons. His primary skill, his 40% skill, not 44, that's because of the Armageddon haul. You'll see 44, that's because of my haul. Anyway, his 40% skill, it says one thing but does another. It actually triggers on the primary slot, and then the enemy gets a debuff. This debuff does not act until the following turn. It makes it look like it acts that turn, kind of like Lilith's skill where they just miss a turn, but not Jegan's skill. They miss the following turn, and I got a great replay to show how that works. But also a random slot gets to miss a turn too. So 2 slots miss or have to take their action last. They don't miss a turn, they take their action last. And their defense falls. That's not their damage taken falls, that's their defense falls, which at level 60, that's only 30%, really not that good. I mean, Eternal Barriers are rolling with 50% defense, gems are 30%. So the debuff factor of making them wait till the end of the turn is the main part there. And we'll see that in action. It's kind of cool. The 20% skill, his shield wall, is really good. It reads just like Rogers' skill, damage is reduced, not defense is increased. It's damage is reduced. So if this skill was level 60, it would be damage is reduced by 90%, which is really good. And in fact, I think he's the only other commander that has damage reduction skill like this, or one of the few, but obviously not as good as Rogers. Rogers stacks, or is an 80% trigger, not 20, and it hits all of his troops. Jegan's is 20%, only hits that one troop slot, doesn't even get to 100%. But it's not bad, 20% skill, it's pretty good for, you know, surviving the round, but 20% you really can't rely on it, it's just neat. And then he's got the traditional Awakening airship. So Jegan's pretty easy to get to S-Class. You know, release him like a normal B, just as difficult as Flare. He's part of the Absorb cycle. He's nothing special. He doesn't make a great farming commander or anything like that. But he does have this cool skill. I would like to see more uses of it in the game. It would be better if they changed it up a little bit, but we'll get to that at the end of the video. So let's watch our replay. As you guys know, I try to keep these things nice and short. Most people come here just to watch a quick catch up on the commander without having to do all the tests themselves and trial and error. I do it for you. So in this video we have all the dodge and tier suppression gear on, and what we're looking for is his second skill, shield wall. It's only level 10, but the function is the same, only the defense goes up as you level it up. So we don't get to see the damage reduction so much, but you can assume it's a flat percentage. So when his shield wall triggers, it's going to hit the slot in front of it, which is usually slots 1, 2, or 3. And then a random slot. Well, in this replay, we get lucky, and it hits the slot behind it. See, there it is. The back row triggered it. Slots 1 and 4 got hit. That was total luck. And then we're going to get it again on slots 5, and it's going to hit slots 2 and 5, right back to back. Now, the fourth one, the last one goes off, and now they're all debuffed. So watch what happens. The enemy's still going each round, even though they have the debuff. They got their first 6, we got our first 6. Now it starts over. We go first, like we did at the beginning, but they don't go. They skip, and now we go. All right, so they skipped first turn. Here we go again. They skipped second turn, right? And the shockwave hits again. That does not continue to stack. They will get to go at the end of this turn, right? Now our fourth slot gets to go. They still haven't gone. They have totally skipped this round because they're all debuffed, right? Now our fifth slot's going. They still haven't attacked. So we have done 2 attacks. They have done a total of 1. Here comes a 6th slot, and we restack all the debuffs once again. So now they all go, right? All right, he gets to trigger all of his troops because we already went. The round 2 is over. Okay, and then now he triggers his sonar and guaranteed hit skills. And he's going through. He's going through. Now some of them are debuffs, so next time around we should be able to go first before them. So there's still 4 debuffs there, 5 debuffs. So here it comes. This guy should not attack. I think he was debuffed before the round started. Yep, so their 4th slot goes. 4th slot goes, see that? And then the next slot to go for them after all of us go again is going to be their slot 1. So we should go through all of our troops. Oh, wait, no, he got to go. Oh, our Libra procced. So it depends. So that one, oh shoot, what's going on? Uh-oh. A replay bug out? Oh, that was super weird. Okay, but anyway, that pretty much shows you how it works. It just makes them go at the end of the round on the following turn, not the same round. We ended up losing that fight because I put the Armageddon hull on, but just to get the higher trigger rate. Anyway, that's how the skill works. It is kind of neat. I do like Jegan, but unfortunately in the current meta, a lot of what goes on in today's current fights are like one-shot busts, a full slot of troops with damage gear one-shots any other commander except for Rogers, who has full defense gear. Usually he can do 2 shots or something, but Jegan really doesn't fit in right now. He is a fun commander to use, and they need to make defense items twice as powerful as attack items. Then Jegan could actually, you know, rounds could go 5 or 6 rounds, but I don't think this game was originally designed for us to watch the combat. It was just kind of like to explain how it worked, not necessarily to be viewed. But anyway, that's Jegan. That's a cool little skill. I'd like to see it evolve into something else. I'd like to see him get more than lowering their defense by 5%. If it was significant, like, you know, lowers their defense by, you know, 5% per level, and that way when he lands that shockwave, he really comes in big with the damage coming after. And if that debuff stayed on them for the first round, the second round, then it would really add up to something, because his back row is going to be triggering. It's going to really soften the front row and make them go last. So, you know, it'd be cool if that happened, but until they start upgrading character skills and balancing them out, Jegan is just kind of sitting on the back row for now. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that quick breakdown, and we'll see you on the next one. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like. We try to drop a video every day. If you have a question about this commander or any other commander, put it in the comments below. Members of the community will reply, or I will reply. I try to reply to everyone. And yeah, if you haven't joined the Line group, and if you haven't put your guild on the Line app, L-I-N-E, it's a great communication app for members of your guild, because this game's communication is not so great. Definitely download the Line app. I need to do a video about that. Anyway, we'll see you on the next one.